Jet, what are you thinking?
Own is not a noun.
Own is not a noun? What are you thinking about it?
Pronoun.
A pronoun. So what is a pronoun? Yeah, that's an excellent question. Let's go back to our page on pronouns.
Modify something or something like that.
If it's a pronoun, will we find it on one of the we have 6 types of pronouns?
Yeah, it's 11.
On page 11? The pronouns. Are you still thinking?
I think it's a pronoun.
It still feels like a pronoun? Okay. Somebody, who else is talking, now specifically talking about this being a noun or a pronoun? I'd like somebody else's reaction to that. Addie?
I think it's a noun because a noun is a person, place, or thing.
Okay, so it's a person, place, or thing, so that gives us evidence that this probably is a noun. Okay, let's go to the noun page and see if we can find some other things that will point us to it being a noun. That would just be a couple pages later, right?
It's page 8.
What are the different categories of nouns? Addie, let's stay with you for a second.
Common, proper, plural, singular, abstract, concrete, non-count, and possessive.
And is this singular or plural? Is there one Owen or more than one? It's singular. Is this proper or common?
Proper.
Is this concrete or abstract?
Concrete.
Yeah, so it feels like 3 of the categories of nouns, and a noun is usually a person, place, or thing. So I think that you're right. I think this is a noun. So I'm really glad you asked about it. And we looked at the sheet of pronouns, and there wasn't anything like it there, right? They were all smaller types of words, pronouns. We call most of those function words. All right? So I see some other hands up. What else?
His.
His.
Wouldn't it be it's his.
Uh-huh.
The adjective describes something. So his, I don't know what his would be, but they're owning it.
Right, so this is showing possession. Yeah, the math is your math, right?
Yeah.
So this is showing possession. Can an adjective show possession? There is the describing kind, and this would not be the describing kind. Is there another kind of adjective?
Yeah.
What's the other kind?
I don't know.
Okay, go to the adjective page. Let's go find out about those adjectives. That's going to be past.
Which one is it?
There we go, page 13. So there's the kind of adjectives that we typically think of describing something else. They modify it in that way, or they could modify it by, what's that other kind called?
This.
Give them some help.
Determiners.
Determiners. Yep. And of the kinds of determiners, look at. And is this listed there?
Yes.
This specifically, HIS, is that listed as a determiner?
Yes.
Possessive determiner? So excellent. You spotted the possessiveness of this. And then just had to figure out part of speech. But you spotted that it had that possessive. Because we have some other parts of speech that can show possessive. We can have a possessive noun. If this had said Owen's math, then it would be a noun that was possessive, right? But it just says his, and so it's a possessive determiner. It's determining that a noun is coming, and this is the noun that's coming.
I also had another. Wouldn't own be a proper noun?
Absolutely.
It's
Capitalized.
yeah.
Yep. It is a proper noun. Excellent. And Addie pointed that out, that it is proper. Excellent.
Couldn't his be a pronoun?
Let's look at the pronoun page. Let's see if we can find HIS. Okay, so this is a really great point. We do have it listed under possessive pronouns. So we have to decide, is this being a pronoun or is this being a determiner? Here, it looks like it's announcing a noun. If it was a pronoun, it would have to replace a noun. And we would have to be able to use it instead of a noun. So could we say, Owen eagerly finished his?
No. Finish
In
what?
the course of a paragraph, I think we could say that.
Well, finish what? Finish what?
Finished his. If we were already talking about doing your math
Yeah.
and say, oh, Owen already finished his. I could see somebody doing that. And then it would be replacing the word math. But in this sentence, it is announcing the noun. In this sentence, it's not replacing on its own a noun. So it is being a determiner. Yeah. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Okay. If it's a pronoun, it's got to behave differently than if it's a determiner, an adjective determiner. And here, it being right in front of a noun, that's your biggest clue that it's being an adjective determiner.
Math.
And math, what do you think about math?
Well, it doesn't.
Does it feel like a noun?
Yeah.
What do you think of those three? A thing? Could we put a determiner in front of it? Yeah. The math? Are you going to do the math?
Sure.
Do the math. If we can put a determiner, if we can put the in front of it, we know it's a noun. That's our math, that's our noun test. So that works. You guys are asking really great questions today.
You're welcome.
Makes us all think about things, right? Sometimes you don't even know you have a question until someone else asks it and you went, yeah, I was wondering the same thing. So it is so important that we keep asking questions like this. Shiris.
So, how is Owen a noun? Or like, how is there two nouns?
Two nouns, you mean one there
One
and one
is-
there?
yeah.
They have different functions within the sentence. A lot of times we can have a lot of nouns in a sentence. We usually just have one main verb, and we have one main noun that is the subject of our sentence. But we have this one over here, and it's not the subject of our sentence. It's doing something else. When we diagram it, we're going to see what it's doing. Yes?
Could I change up the sentence a little bit?
Not yet. Let's do that circle thing, okay?
Wait,
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Misty. Yeah.
I still don't really get why math is a noun because it doesn't seem like a person, place, or thing. It is a thing.
Math is a thing.
Math is a thing.
Well, what
It's
do
a
you mean
thing
by
you do. And you can put the determiner, article, the, right in front of it, and it can still make sense.
It's
You can't put the in front of finished, the finished. That
The
doesn't make
math
sense. You
sounds
can't put it in
weird.
front of his, the his, but you can put it in front of math. And that's how you test for a noun. That's one way you can test for a noun.
math.
The math.
sounds weird.
The math is hard today? Yeah. Let's go here and talk about that main noun and verb that's found in every sentence. What is this sentence all about? What is the noun or verb or noun or pronoun that this sentence is all about? Callie.
Owen,
Owen.
and finished.
All right, so Owen is the main noun. And the essence of this sentence is that Owen finished.
Yeah.
Right? We don't have the details, but that's the main essence of the sentence. Owen finished, okay? Do we have any modifiers for Owen? Do we have any things that describe or determine Owen? What do we have?
Eagerly.
Is that describing Owen?
Yeah, he eagerly finished.
Oh, wait. He did what? He eagerly what?
Finished.
Ah, so really it's telling us more about finished, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It is an adverb which is telling us more about that verb. So it's the manner in which he finished.
Where would math go then? Because math is a noun.
Great question. Aaron?
Would Owen and his be the same thing?
Well, this is referring to Owen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what we're going to do for math. We're going to put it out on a stick out here.
What? What?
You know why we're doing that? Owen finished what?
Math.
Is math. So math, this noun, is actually a direct object. We have an action verb here, and that's what he finished. So that goes out here. It's not really a modifier, right? And that's why some people are confused. They're like, how could that be a modifier? It's a noun. It doesn't modify a verb. What are we going to do with it? This is what we're going to do with it. What do we do with his? What do we do with his, Jude?
Put it on Owen's side, or
Well, what is that determining? It's an adjective modifying math. So it's going to have to go
What?
there.
So Owen doesn't have anything?
Owen's all by
No,
himself.
right. If we put this line up in the sentence, where would it go? Between where and where? Misty.
Between Owen and Eager.
Absolutely, that's where it would go. And so look, Owen is on that side of the sentence all by himself.
Poor guy.
And then on this side, we have all of this that it deals with the verb side. Now let's talk about what we could do to change things up. Are there words here that we could do without? That we don't absolutely have to have? Darian?
You could do without the eagerly.
All right, read the sentence without eagerly.
Owen finished his math.
There we go, right? So we could do without this word. It's a modifier. We don't have to have it. We could replace it. Can somebody think of a different modifier we could have used there, a different adverb that would describe how he finished? Owen?
Wait. A different way how I finished? Slowly.
Owen slowly finished his math. Yeah, absolutely works, doesn't it? See, this is where it's cool. When you start thinking about what that role it plays, then when you're writing, you can pick just the right modifier. Because maybe eagerly isn't the right modifier in the situation. Maybe slowly is a better one. Maybe quickly is just as good, right? We sometimes get in the habit of using the same kind of modifiers over and over. And now we want to see that we could use one that's more appropriate for our sentence. Yep.
Could it be Owen quickly finished his math?
Certainly could. It certainly could. Sam.
So I have two, one that changes up the sentence a little bit and one that just replaces the eagerly. Owen lazily finished his math.
Okay, we could put lazily in here, right?
And my other one, Owen and Jet finished their math.
Okay, so we could make a compound subject, couldn't we? They would both be equal. Can you think of a modifier we could put here to add to the sentence? Could we have some kind of adjective modifier that we could add there? Let's think it. Dan.
Slow Owen finished his math.
Okay,
say that.
all right. What's another adjective we could use there? Got another one, Shiris?
Lazy.
When you're getting roasted over here, dude.
Okay, all right.
Dude, you are getting roasted.
So lazy Owen finished. Would you have an adverb here with that thought? Or would you eliminate it?
Lazy Owen eagerly finished his math.
Okay, all right. All right. We could also do brilliant Owen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Eagerly finished his math, right?
Brilliant.
Yeah, we could.